My name is Jason Jeter. I'm the founder of Vintage Heavy, a lifestyle brand, and I'm here today in Gee's Bend, Alabama.
I have two daughters. The older one lives in Georgia. The younger one lives in Tuscaloosa. Tuscaloosa to where the younger one got all of my quilts and stuff. I was born in 1953. And I came from here, Gee's Bend. This is where I was born and raised. We had a co-op store. It was sitting down there by the post office, right in the center there. And my mom and all of their friends, they used to get together at the old co-op. It was a building. We had the post office inside the co-op. It was a store. And they sit in the back of the store, and they put up quilts down there, and they took turns quilting each other quilt. And so that was before the Freedom Quilter Bee was built. That's where they had started down in this community. That's where they was quilting there.
So for me, I got into quilting strictly through my grandmother, Ruby Mae Jordan. And just growing up, she was a quilter, you know, so it was always around me. It was always a part of life in the house and things of that nature. So naturally, once I got into fashion, I just, you know, gravitated towards the color blocking and things like that I would see her doing with her quilts, you know, and that kind of led to maybe about 15 years ago, me just discovering the story of Gee's Bend, which I found as a fascinating story. So for me, I'm a fan of quilts. I'm a fan of the art, you know, I'm a fan of the fabrics. And Gee's Bend, for those who don't know, to me is the mecca of quilting. I have a brand for Americana enthusiasts called Vintage Heavy, and I'm inspired by a lot of things, and Gee's Bend is one of the biggest things that inspires me for my design process.
I am a fifth generation quilter, so I would imagine my great-great-great-grandmother, which would be Sally. I'm not sure, well, actually Dinah. Sally was Dinah's daughter. So I'm not sure when they actually came to Gee's Bend, but the first time that I saw the quilts in the museum was in 2002 in Houston. And when I got in there and saw them, I couldn't see why the people was boo-hooing about the quilts. You know, to me, they were just a quilt, something that I played on or, you know, played under, slept under. And it took me several trips to the museum to see what the people were seeing. You know, and also the women's, a lot of the women's, older women's, and quite a few of them still didn't see it. You know, to them that was just a quilt. And as time went on, you know, I just, instead of sometimes looking at the quilt, I just looked at the people that was looking at the quilts. I got to thinking about the quilts, you know, thinking about the women when they were making the quilts, how they used to sing and pray and, you know. And so that opened my eyes to what other people were seeing. They were seeing, you know, a quilt tell a story. All quilts tell stories, actually.